going.
Hi, this is Anita Fabiola, the host for the first edition of the Icon Awards happening on the 25th of March at the Kampala Serena Hotel. Come experience all the glitz, the glam, elegance and pop as we connect and celebrate the best in Ugandan film and television. I can't wait to see you all as we dream with the stars.
I would love to welcome each and every one of us here that have made time to come to attend, to network, to connect with each other, because all of us belong to the film and television industry.
The journey has been a very long journey, and the journey never stops. We will continue to believe in this industry. We'll continue to create a platform where we market this industry, where we are able to give chance to the new generation of talent.
Wow.
I'm not your child when you can beat up anytime you feel like it.
This is equality.
Who are we? We are that far-reaching hand, going deep to the front lines to achieve continuous breakthroughs, simplifying health information and bridging the information gaps in communities. We are transformers, transforming lives with a strong belief that young people have the power to create a better future for themselves. We don't only have a strategy, we have a purpose to build and empower young people through our programs. Taking advantage of new trends and opportunities to respond to the health needs of all young people. We don't only have a vision statement, We have a vision of a world of young people making right, informed life choices. We are not just a youth-centered organization. We are champions of an informed and empowered generation. Champions with promise to keep building systems that empower and improve livelihoods, health, and the quality of life for different communities, most especially young people. This is who we are. We are young people for young people. We are Reach a Hand, Uganda. We are 10 and bold.
Balamziza Bana Uganda. I hope I got that right. Hi, my name is Ramsey Tokumono, and I'm using this medium to tell you guys that I'll be in Kampala, Uganda on the 25th of March 2023, courtesy of Icon Awards, of course, and I'm going to be here to recognize and celebrate the Ugandan film industry. Also, I'll be using that medium to leverage with all the brilliant minds who are in tune with filmmaking. I'll also tell them my passion about filmmaking. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Be there, be square. Shalom.
Introducing to you the new age Sauti Plus mobile app, a safe space for the young people with reliable, accurate and convenient sexual and reproductive health and rights information for young people. Get advice from the Sauti Plus Senga and tailored stories on sexual and reproductive health and rights topics. Check out the latest progi, entertainment, internship vacancies and conference opportunities straight on your phone. Discover the closest youth-friendly center to you to access most services. Don't be left behind. Download the app now. Sauti Plus. Reliable, accurate, and convenient.
What ignites your passion? What fuels your ambition? What drives you to succeed? Whatever the reason is, you need a companion with you to tell you that your dreams are valid, to fuel your passion and inspire you to learn every single day. Introducing the new age Sauti Plus TV, a fresh, easily accessible and content-packed platform for young people. A companion like no other to give you accurate and reliable information and guide you in making the right choices and take the right direction. A companion to open you to a Pan-African cinematic experience to help make sense of the world around you. A mobile companion that goes easy on your wallet and sticks with you all the way. Sauti Plus TV, your #1 source for shows that matter, anywhere, anytime. Download the Sauti Plus app on the App Store and Google Play Store, or head to www.sautiplus.org.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy. We empower young people in communications. We empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They work together as a team. And we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach a Hand Uganda? The passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because I heard about it's for the young people. So I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights. Us as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health, information about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself, and now I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in the CSP 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual reproductive health and rights. I got to learn to know how to plan. So many things that I learned that are really so crucial in life that you're supposed to be having.
One that stood out for me the first time was about the discipline of the bed, how to sleep. Then two, I like the advocacy.
I'm interested in mental health and psychology, and we've had sessions to deal with that. So I've learned a lot in the sector that I'm really, really interested in.
We tend to think mental health is a thing for the whites. That even one day I told a friend about it, and then he was like, those are white diseases, not African diseases.
I intend to pass on the information I've learned to people who need it, because we've had cases where teenagers have the highest cases of depression, stress. So I would love to pass on issues to do with mental health and how to maintain stability in that sector to the people of my age, maybe older or younger than me.
I would love to advocate for most of the things that I've learned here. I would love to fight for the young people outside there that are really missing out on this information, not because of ignorance, but it's because they don't have the information or they've not been told.
I intend to take out the messages I've learned to the people out there that have not been able to come to the academy.
I'll use it as a learning possibility to empower our girls, our young girls that are going through messes and they do not know what to do, so that they can feel that there is a gauge of love around and not to look at them as a burden.
Learning how to make reusable sanitary towels, young girls deep down in the villages will get the opportunity to also get access to sanitary towels, because you find that many of them use things like fiber. You can talk of the clothes that are really not that healthy. So teaching them how to make the reusable sanitary towels will enable them also access the good sanitary equipment that we people this side are able to access.
To the people that organized this program of Peer Educators Academy, I want to take a special thanks to you, because you've shown the youth that there is a platform where they can show their talents, they can grow. It's been a great experience. So on behalf of my fellow peer educators, I would like to take a special thanks to Reach a Hand Uganda.
Thank you so much, and we hope that this continues in also the coming years, such that people out there, other young people out there, also get the opportunity to learn this amazing information that we learned, because you get to know that you learn and unlearn a lot of things.
They should do more and more and more, because such opportunities bring out good outcomes, and a lot of people are going to be learning from this.
And we thank them for everyone that they were able to bring to talk to us.
And we pray that you continue blessing us, continue bringing more people like this, because even as tomorrow, maybe I'm in Lira, I'm in Sudan, I can also start up something and at least call them to come and also have a time with those people.
If you are a young person out there, I think you should also apply for the Peer Educators Academy, because this is the best place that you can be.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from our short break. You're watching Future Guided Schools Out, What Next? Brought to you by Naweza Kufanya and Sauti Plus TV, hosted by Apuli. We are in a very interesting subject topic. University preparation, post-secondary school preparation for higher education. What does that mean for me as a student? What does that mean for me as a parent? And we left up when Michael was talking about connecting the dots. No degree is a bad degree, because whatever it is you're doing, even if you're doing something out of school, connect that dot to something. It will always lead to where you need to go, as long as you know where you want to go. Ira, I want us to dive into this thing called, we talked about connecting the dots, and you having an international background on education, they tend to have this thing called a gap year. And it is very foreign in Uganda, the gap year. I want you to explain to us, what does the term gap year means? And is it something I should think about as a student after A6? Can I take a gap year? Or if I'm in university and things do not work so well, can I take some time off, do something different, then go back? What does the concept of gap year mean?
Thank you, Barbara, and happy to be back. We need to understand what the gap year actually means, because there's a lot of misconception around gap year, study year. People try to confuse it. A gap year is taking an academic break. In most cases, it has to be a short break, but before you even decide to take that gap year, you have to have clear set objectives on what you want to achieve, on what you want to do after the gap year. This gap year can be taken right immediately after high school, or even during college or university. But if you're to take it after high school, maybe you have intentions of not going straight to university, you want to take a break. What are your objectives? What do you plan to achieve during that study gap or gap year in this case? It could be, you could set social objectives. You could say, or maybe I am a child who has grown up with a single mother and my father lives in Australia. I plan to go and study in the US, but what can I do in this gap year? Let me go socially connect with my father. Because when you go, you become an adult. There are certain things we look back at and you forget, oops, I grew up, but I really never bonded with my father. So it could be a social objective. That's one. It could also be to grow yourself as an individual. And how do you grow yourself as an individual? There's refactory here, You might want to study computer science at university level, but you're not prepared. What can you do during that time? Go take up the foundation program at refactory. Upskill. You never know, because those skills are then going to come in handy when you enroll for your degree in computer science. And yeah, there's that. But also growing yourself as an individual, you have to know that how long for am I going to take this study gap? 1 year is perfect. 2 years becomes too much. 3 years, then it starts to also affect your academic career. Remember that if your intention is to go back and further your education, then at some point you're going to be accountable for that study gap. You'll have to explain what you are doing in between for you to be able to now meet the requirements to take you to university. So while it's important to take a gap year, it can be good and bad in both ways. But if your objectives are set from the word go, then everyone wants to take time off. You know,
I hear you.
academics can be quite stressful. So if I say I'm going to take a gap year and go do an internship at the refectory or even CHAS, borderless study consults, where we can help you discover what you want to study abroad, then it's good, you know. Or alternatively, you could say, I am taking my gap year to go and volunteer. This works a lot. Yeah, this works a lot. This helps students who are looking at mainly nursing and medicine programs. You can go and volunteer in a hospital, because when that time comes, you'll have something to put on your CV. You'll have something to write in your personal statement to clearly state that while I took this gap year, this is actually what I did and this is what I achieved. So I think no one should feel like immediately after high school, I have to go to university, or I'm in a college studying my first degree or doing a diploma. I've faced challenges here and there, but if I take a break, it's going to be harder. It's going to get harder for me to get back into college. That's not true. But put to good use what you want to achieve in that gap year.
That's what there you have it. I'm glad you brought that out clearly, because to our parents watching, I know a lot of us have that thing that if a child is not doing anything, then clearly their future is not set. But I like what you have said. Taking a gap year does not mean I am at home sitting. It means I am discovering new avenues about myself from a social perspective, whether I'm upskilling myself, trying to find out what new things I can do so that I can be a better version of myself. I wish I took a gap year between my 2 degrees when I finished my undergrad and my master's, because by 23 I had done 3 degrees. Bit crazy, huh? Now I'm going back for my PhD in my 40s, you know, because now I'm discovering I should have taken some time to do a little bit more. So I am glad you've talked about that. So to all our viewers, I hope this is information that you can take back home, especially to the students. Where do you want to go? We talked about your cup being full. Is your cup full for you to know exactly the direction you are taking so that you can find out who you are and what value you're adding to this universe? So that if you're taking a gap year, it's adding to that value. Whether you're choosing to study internationally or you're choosing to go and do the foundation courses with refectory, whatever direction you are taking, does it speak to that value, to that purpose that you have as a student? Michael, I'm going to come back to you. We've been talking a lot about university, yet we have 5 million plus young people who do not make it to university every year. You only have, like I said, I gave you the statistics before, 450 before COVID. After COVID, 250. I mean, the number has literally lessened. So, and that is those students that can actually make it to school, a very small percentage, if we might say. So, this vocational school concept, what do you think about it? Because I know you're in that space. And what advice can you give to our young people out there who are looking for a new direction in life? You spoke about plumbing earlier today, which could be either plumbing or engineering. I mean, it's so, you know, all those things are interconnected. So this vocational concept, shed some light.
Yeah, so vocation to me is anything that I can do with my hands. That I find pleasure in doing, if I could put it that way. And sometimes you could be an artist and you just love painting and doing all sorts of things, and that is a vocation. The difference is, am I doing it out of pleasure, or am I doing it because I want to earn an income out of it? And sometimes the motives are totally different.
True.
And so that has also to be very clear. I would encourage as much as possible that we all find a vocation. It could be emceeing, it could be acting, it could be singing, it could be, because that's something that you can do out of your sleep. It's a vocation. Now, and the opportunities are that probably closed by default. Uganda, our education system, by default gives us a gap year. Because
Yeah. True.
yeah, because guys finish exams in November, December. Most of them are not in school until September.
Yeah.
And at a country level, we don't have a plan for them.
Yeah.
Now, and at a national level, there's this whole thing of vocationalizing. You're either doing tailoring, carpentry, welding.
Plumbing.
That is good. I have no problem with it. But I always ask, I remember our community, over 200 women were given tailoring skills and then sewing machines. And I said, but how many people take their clothes to the tailor?
Good question.
How many people take their clothes to the tailor? Is it cheaper to take it to the tailor or to go to the community market and buy a second-hand shirt?
Mhm.
And when I was asking these questions, everyone was looking at me and like, but it's a skill they have. I said, yeah, but you've given them sewing machines for what?
Yeah.
So do it, acquire the skill. You don't have an idea when it comes in handy. But when we talk about vocation, I am more inclined to each one of us acquiring a skill. Each one of us who drive, taking an opportunity to spend some time understanding the car. And that means probably spending time with a mechanic that works on your car, just to have an idea of what it is all about. How does this car function? Because you have no idea when that comes in handy.
Yeah.
You have no idea when that comes in handy. There are many people driving cars in this city that until somebody else drives the car, they tell you, by the way, you have not serviced your car. It's overdue by over 300, like another 3,000 kilometers. And you're like, what? How? But it's working. But you haven't. And that requires you to have some skill. So, Barbara, I would say we all need to have a vocation. Now, here's the challenge, is that we have put everything in the context of school.
Interesting.
Which is unfortunate. Because teaching our son to learn how to prepare meals at home is a vocation.
That's true, huh?
It's a vocation. Him learning how to look after the home is a vocation.
That's true.
These are things we ignore, you know.
Yes, and we do
don't
every day.
Yeah.
We do it every day.
Thank you. Because it's and the unfortunate bit is that we assume that these are only for girls and
these are for boys.
For boys. But that's a vocation, because when he travels, he then realizes the only thing he can prepare is an egg. He has no idea what it takes to prepare beans. He has no idea what it takes to prepare rice. Or if he wanted to buy meat or do something, then he lives off
junk.
Thank you.
But Michael, you actually you've opened my eyes now, okay? Because the truth is, when we talk about vocation, we are always thinking vocational school. School. And the moment you put the term school, you have institutionalized that term, okay? And yet learning is every day. And it's so sad we've come to the end of our show. These shows are always just a few minutes, but the conversation is ongoing on all our platforms. Guys, let's chat. Let's talk about this more and more. You'll also be able to have a talk with Michael and Hira privately. So please reach out online, talk to us. Let's have a chat. Follow us on a hashtag Future Guided. We're going to continue with our series. Up next, we are going to talk about things around career guidance, financial literacy, all those small tidbits you need as a young person to succeed. My name is Barbara Kasekende, and you are watching Future Guided, brought to you by Naweza Kufanya and Sauti Plus TV, hosted by Apuli. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
When the world looks at you, they think you're too young, not wise enough, not strong enough.